Afia Pokuah Vim lady. Asha Gurubia si Ghana ha. I think say we need to bring her to book because nema bi wo Asha sia oditro e de kire timamufo. E pa chawo. Say na meka no. Afia Pokuah Vim lady. Etna the station so. E ka asembi. According to Afia Pokuah no. Was the President John Dramani Mahama age digitalization atom. Enti a president ne kire say wow now Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia ka digitalization na won't see bia no. What being e wo form. This is according to Afia Pokuah Vim lady. Because according to her no, whenever somebody talks about digitalization and they say Mahmoud Bawumia ene de buy. E pa chuti Afia Pokuah ye. E bia obeka asma meka no. Beboa.
Social media no kra. It's an issue that has to be dealt with. Enra omko digitization program. You see digitization na Bawumia no meka ho asem no. Yeah, we know be digitization we go chop. You see sometimes Ghana for no politics enye. Politics enye kra. We must learn to rise above just politicking, unnecessary politicking. Ni nyina here say when there's a national agenda, yenyintum ni nyina yenko yenim. There's a national agenda, yenyintum. Ewiase nyina akọ digital. Are you kidding me? Abrochi obi enu one more thought den. Inti edru baby na ye national asemo a. Moma ye nyina anya ba ko ne nkase ye koyenim. Hwe President Mahama kire mu nyina mo ye Bawumia ne se madwene wo fom. Mo IQ low. Tie program na no President Mahama ko ye digitization no. President Mahama in that effect is telling obi a udidi Bawumia tem because of say digitization say wadwene wo fom wo IQ ni low. You need room for improvement. You need to learn. Because President Mahama say digitization no any abstract, real. And was so be adding who Jim and President Mahama by one of the key things so any media encounter can is say on be checking for IP address. That is a digital agenda.
So what else here? Utimi who say Afia Pokuah Vim lady na o te Ghana na Ghana for friend Afia Pokuah na say na adwen e wo form. She is saying that some people have low IQ, but I'm here to prove to her say on IQ no kan onibi. You can't say digitalization, I say anything that is digital means digitalization. And when Mahmoud Bawumia was preaching so about the president of digitalization, what did it mean? Or what does it mean? So because of digitalization, it doesn't mean virtually anything. And at a point, and now me broadcast here, this is true digital means. Am I the president of Ghana? And as a Makasa me president until me broadcast many power of me, whom me and as a little of me. Nipa na YouTube ya ne no. A digital means of transmitting communication and information about your president tadi. I say nipa adwen wo form a ka nipa ontiase. Surprisingly, the Afia Pokuah Babet in America, yes, he's speaking the same language. Mahmoud Bawumia in the past na Ghana for who said that what you are saying doesn't make sense. When we say education, some George says comprehension a problem amount for no. I tend to believe in some George at some point comprehension a problem many people or minum. Afia Pokuah it's key among those kind of people. Said Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia said digitalization. So when John Dramani Mahama comes and also say anything digitalization, it means that it is Mahmoud Bawumia who invented it or who brought it, which doesn't make sense. Who will be onim nyansa on kasa asem no. I broadcast from Finland. When I came to Finland, I think 20 years ago, things that were digital in the country, no. Na Ghana kwa you knew her. Does it mean anyone on the buyer no or a president? No. Mind the no. You need to reason. You need to progress. Society in any economy. At a point in time, something new will come, and in our age, digitalization has come. Afia Pokuah failed to understand. Say Mahmoud Bawumia na or the digitalization, but is the same person who introduced e-levy. So what transmitters can digital means be and also use card be a transaction. He was charging you on that top of that money or that transaction. Internet or saying was a Debbie don't use the digital means, but use the other means. We in Afia Pokuah on with him. And then Afia Pokuah, let's tell you, when something digital comes into Ghana, it does not mean Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia and the buy, and it does not reflect what Mahmoud Bawumia was singing. Mahmoud Bawumia's means of digitalization was the only agenda known him who free digitalization. Now we free SHS. NPP didn't have any message. Yet free SHS was out of the equation because now Kwalana could consent to abide the. And then what does digitalization mean? I could ask according to Alhaji Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia. It meant nothing. Because you can't digitalization, as I've already indicated, no, it doesn't mean anything. When you have Ghana card, that's so you use Ghana card as a digital payment. MasterCard and Visa card has been in existence over 20 years. Google Map, it will hold that. Do you Ghana put GPS bar? You have not done anything. One was said, this is how people need to think, because also sabi more being what from the same Afia Pokuah and low IQ people. No more platforms. They should rather educate the masses. They would rather be misinforming the masses. Afia Pokuah doesn't know that she always misinform the masses because she's not on top of the game. We never say a lot of things that she says, has already been done 20 years ago, and some of Munufie has already been done 30 years ago. So you cannot come back to Ghana and say, what is happening about? Because that is what you call digitalization. Okay, say Ghana passport. Okay, yeah, now the mobile money, yeah. Because 20 years ago, some nations have already implemented it. When bawumia for planes, this is Estonia, so we have taxing system in Estonia. Estonia has already implemented it 30 years ago. That is why you're about. So if you come and replicate the same thing at Estonia for a year, Ghana, you have not done anything, because I am in school Estonia. That is why I did my master's degree in international relations. I've already known that one already. And said bawumia could be a vice president, but I'm not the president of the country, or I'm not vying to become the president of the country. Sometimes people need to learn and think, because if this is how you think in the society in Kwadia, then if you that's a minor quite a corner won't say that this is the debate with Munufie. When you subscribe here, not to bonus subscriber, mommy. System. No, I didn't hear you don't even understand it. Mr. These kind of people, it's a opportunity. People need to listen to them and then tell them and some now can come. Listen to her very, very. What did you very carefully.
Social media, it's an issue that has to be dealt with. And now, digitization program. You see, digitization now, bawumia no come once them know. Yeah, we know, be digitization we go chop. You see, sometimes Ghana for no politics and yet.
Are we going to chop digitalization? Why in the TVS was digitalization? Juma and you have to tap onto what we call digitalization and use that to create jobs. And yet digitalization by itself. So if you are not utilizing it or leveraging it to create jobs, it doesn't mean anything. That is what NDC for Nayaka. Because what can digitalization say now? We said digitalization meant nothing. What do you mean by digitalization? He himself, alleged Dr. Munufie, couldn't even give explanations to what he meant by digitalization. Now Ghana for could but massively against Sansemin Okana. You are not telling us a year being with him. Into a fair Pokuah Ghana for a 2 Obama NDC in a being with him. Yes, sir. You Jimmy. Because according to you, Dr. Munufie, and then I NDC for you. In this NDC, but power be another can't be a dictator. It means a Munufie at the buy. Yes, sir. Also, what being with him. I'm here no cassette, you be no be a cassette. Sorry for my choice of words.
Social media, it's an issue that has to be dealt with. And now, digitization program. You see, digitization now, bawumia no come once them know. Yeah, we know, be digitization we go chop. You see, sometimes Ghana for no politics and yet. We must learn to rise above just politicking, unnecessary politicking. When there's a national agenda, there's a national agenda. And we are seeing now called digital. Are you kidding me? Abrocho bien one more thought, then. It's a group baby na national assembly. Mama yen back on Cassia.
Well, how are not being welcome? Not being welcome. National agenda in a day. National agenda and digitalization. And what does digitalization mean? If it's a Ghana and a non-quan and crying, or copy Kufurudia Sereso, who can digitalization, who be a Kufurudia Sereso, then Unimo. And now, Musuta Sereso, no bio, who can digitalization. What does it mean to the ordinary farmer or TV Kurumono? I was a breaching baby, a quadrigata, or if it's a breaching farmers and never breaching, they don't even believe in digita. Go to Ireland and see so can digitalization, China farmer be holding my decro. Why being your form? You need to learn. Not say what is you can't digitalization, and then you jump onto the bandwagon, believing that is the end of the day. What does it mean? meka bi kire Ghana na ofiri akra ho kakra na nipa asan ni line nyina egu bi na ti wura mo ye galamsey no obi oti nso mo ye galamsey digitalization no e kire se den de ma no obi o me kurum tachima o do ba yere anaso ogina tachima dwom eton banche no digitalization what does it mean to that person? That is the key word here. It is a woman you might be misrepresenting in some people and NDC for kind of Afia Pokuah, you need to take your time and then listen to someone NDC for kind of. That is the reason why I Ghana for who say NDC in 7 makes more sense. Tini to about my NDC no. Ujina baby na because na NDC for antiasie and I President Mama kase wa onim digitalization no wa adwen from dabi wa ka chiri da Afia Pokuah. Ye jaw wo kwada da mine ko nanim ene president ba ye na mine I relax will be na adwuma no hu. This is the timer because we use transaction electronic means of transaction ubitim there because they are resetting the society. We need madam, what come on not because when you want to work for Alhaji Dr. Mahama Trying to become the leader of NPP, do it in your own way. But don't come and tell Ghanaians and say we are stupid because we did not sing the same song and Alhaji Dr. Mahama Trying singing because we did not even believe in him. That man now also economy nankas or the buying. What did he do in the economy? As I was saying, fast and for digitalization. Ubisan said digitalization. No, that is why we voted against him. Anyway, for young queen, if you put the audio mature, you start to say some things. Masen video bia nurses echo strike. Now the way one of the nurses and address Minister of health no. I don't know how to say it. I may more get the video but I'll continue at a point and then tell you name okay. What the young fan moment chassis. Young fan chassis. Tia some this particular nurse e kan wa hankasa.
Some to aba makwabra yi NDC anasa kwabra mi ta kandwa. Me pay adwuma ma no. Ma pay adwuma ma se be pay adwuma ma me. What is my crime? Did I commit any crime by giving you a job opportunity? So why won't you do it to me as I did unto you? Why won't you do it? Why won't you do it unto me as I did unto you? Yama wejuma, brother ma yejuma, obeka brofo akire asheda be yesi. Ye nyina ya drama was school ti do obeya ya no. Minim pa say ya drama. Minim pa say we ya drama na obeya ye. Mo sheda kunchire brofo agu ho. O ma chiro mo brofo mbeka akire ye no ato ho. Eti ye ko ya no. Deputy minister e finance no. The brofo akire teacher for na no no. That here for no.
All right, in the demonstration on my no. Girl no, asemo kind no. The girl went on to say minister no a comedian. Na say odin ho kobo le wen mo no mo kweye comedy. Because according to her no, minister no beji na wakasa no, comedy nkwa no kweye into odin kobo le wen ne ajaku mu a ene fata minister no. What a wow. A nurse also why you for the last 10 months in 3 hours. Ubia be minister for 7 months in Ube dinner times to nipa no or a comedian. Nabusha for Mr. Mo the way a Ghana the Ghana econo. Name be wha I just a team for ye ye. Because it seems to say and a be an opportunity, they don't respect politicians. The moment you walk onto to become a politician, it seems to say the respect the society needs to accord you know. They are society no it is how kind of respect and so. And ya Ghana mentibi that say Obia wo so ye nurse in the into Okano could walk into the ministry and call the minister a comedian. Say minister na areheze and obabegina ho no bekasa. We nurse in here we apart from nurse no who adwuma foforo betimi aye nyesa. And I don't even know say na me no say Ghana buy any nurses any bond to be say chinchin say Ghana buy any more adwuma ye. Now there's a why lucky kuna say buy na more adwuma ya. You walk straight to the ministry to call the minister a comedian. Ghana pa, dear kind of society in the a dear kind of society in the now you who nurse in here say Rafa about hospital won't do a shit up bandaging when you abra no bois. And then Nipana is a Gini Panquano. They are the same people are turning themselves into some monsters. One of the videos I come back because a hungry nurse is a murderer. This is a nurse in a community it's be kunipa. That is the message they are giving to Ghanaians. Minim baby at the Ghana economy. It seems that there's something definitely wrong with the society. Na see ya Yede ni say ya kakra ebedu baabi no opoma timamani na empoma. Because look at Kwabena Minta Kando. Aside they say oye minister no. Osa abaye we ogina ho no onye wo tipe o many baabi as obegina afre that man no a comedian because say he's just a minister. You are calling the whole minister a comedian. So what rehearsing or baby you know fan ko kan jako ne le wen. No mo fan ko acting movie because mini on says oye minister. Sometimes I don't even understand. Say, quite bena, me pacha wa in the comment section, between what going about quite bena person. If he say a bit to Ghana, because President Joe Baba reset Ghana, and I always say he needs to reset the mindset of the people. The mere fact that you talk about movies or a politician that don't mean any part of Jimmy O. Dabi, or Jumaye, or you be papa, or you be kunu, or you be wafa. A bit when you see a Kwabena candle, and you see most any people in a Mukojina demonstration in Yina. Say a member of parliament. Ghana kakarakani nyina just 276 members of parliament or can be. So because you are a nurse and into your country, you have the audacity to go and insult that kind of person. Meaning, society in baby the Ghana and do no. It seems say we have a problem in the society. This is what I think say nipa or kasa a debut or mine no. We still start to speak against this kind of ills in the society. As a nipa yet teach more mind adwene years in chain. They don't even know why they have to walk into the ministry. That's how come ministry to demonstrate that you only go there to insult the minister. A minister in Tuauka. Minister of Health only to any paka. Well, sometimes and I don't even understand it. How are Timamunino etia de ase? Now we beside nurse ni be say, "O kon nurse school aside this are buying there for mom no. E dey be me chere school mo." Ask yourself if you are a nurse, apart from nurse in our Kokusian, did you go to the school only to become a government nurse? And I said, one guy's also bit my EBP, I'm as a nurse. I think that the educational system in the country, we need to try to adjust it or learn modern styles. Because a nurse doesn't only have to become a nurse for the government. You can also do something different with the nursing. Abra A, the same health and Agasana way. We need to think outside the box. Na mine team no dey how about your kasa. But just listen to her. Second part in kwame person me boy become a boy. Me video no kwame me boyfu. Look at the post ya kwara ode kasa chile minister kasa.
Sa me to abama kwabra yi NDC anase kwabra mi ta kando. Me pe adwuma ama no. Ma pe adwuma ma se be pe.
Ofere kwabra mi ta kando. Se me to abama NDC na me to abama kwabra mi ta kando. This is respect kwara ebi ni ho. Hey.
Some me to abama kwabra yi NDC anase kwabra mi ta kando. Me pe adwuma ama no. Ma pe adwuma ma se be pe adwuma ma me. What is my crime? Did I commit any crime by giving you a job opportunity? So why won't you do it to me as I did unto you? Why won't you do it? Why won't you do it unto me as I did unto you? Yama we juma, brother ma juma, obeka brofo akire ye, asheda be ye. Ye nyina ye drama was school ti do obaya ya no. Minim pasa ya drama. Minim pasa we ya drama na obaya ye. Mo sheda kunchire brofo agu ho. O ma chiro mo brofo mbeka akire ye no. Ato ho. Eti ye ko ya no. Deputy minister e finance no. Le brofo akire teacher for na no no. That year for no.
Yeah, Simon. Anyway. Can I use Uber? If I mean, yes, I say,